Hi guys, One FNAF fan here, and today we are going to be talking about the history of cancelled and unreleased phatmojo, bendy and the Ink Machine merchandise. So if you're a fan of horror games, you've probably definitely heard of phatmojo before, because they are kind of like the master of horror game merchandise, because they've done Bendy and the Ink Machine, they've done FNAF, Poppy Playtime, Baldi's Basics, and many other stuff, like Rainbow Friends. They're doing Doors and Garten Banban soon, but Garten Banban isn't really classed as a horror game, it's not scary at all. So you've probably heard of them before. But back in 2018, they did Bendy and the Ink Machine merchandise, because Jerry Drew Studios partnered up with them to create toys, which were very good at the time because, well, I've been a fan of Bendy since it came out, so I always had something to buy, but barely had any money then, so I couldn't buy any of it. But the license has ended now, so they're not making any more Bendy toys, because there was a lawsuit in 2021. phatmojo sued Jerry Drew Studios $500 million. Now, we're not exactly sure why, but there's many theories out saying that, like, for example, phatmojo didn't want to work with Jojo Studios anymore, or it's the other way around, or any other stuff. Anyway, forget about all of that. We're not talking about that today. Today we are going to be talking about unreleased merchandise that phatmojo had planned out, and there's many reasons why it was cancelled. So there's quite a lot of stuff to go over, so this video is probably going to be quite long, which is a good thing. In 2019, very early 2019, like February, there was a toy fair going on, and they revealed some new action figures for Mojo, which were for Bendy and the Ink Machine, and those figures included Beast Bendy, Brute Boris, Piper, Striker, and Fisher, basically the Butcher Gang. So everybody was very hyped over these figures because, I mean, they're some of the coolest characters in Bendy and the Machine. And like Beast Bendy and Brute Boris, they involve with the plot a lot. They're very important characters to the plot of the game because they're big bosses, the big bads of Bendy. Now in 2020, we found out that these figures didn't actually release. We got the Bendy and the Dark Revival figures instead, which the reason why is because parents complained about these new figures and said they was too scary to put in stores for children, so phatmojo had to scrap the entire wave, which is why we didn't get a wave of Bendy toys in 2019, and it came out really late, because they had to, cancel the designs and create new ones, which were the Dark Revival figures. So people like me, and plenty of other Bendy fans, were probably very upset because of this, because these were 5 really cool characters that we will probably never see as figures from phatmojo. I mean, we will never see them. But hopefully Jax, who are the new license owners for Bendy, will make those figures, which will be really good. And I went digging all over the internet for more images of these figures that were cancelled, and I've actually found a very cool image of all the figures in like a display at phatmojo. It was on their website once, and there's actually a secret figure I didn't know about first on it. So if you look at this image, you can see a lot of stuff on there, like, for example, the cancelled action figures. But if you look to the right of it, you can see a figure that doesn't look like any figure we've already had before, and doesn't look like any of the ones that were revealed at toy fairs. Now, if you look a little bit closer at it, and closer, there it is, a cancelled Lost One action figure from Bendy and the Ink Machine. I didn't even know that this was here until I just started looking all over the internet for images of stuff, and I found this image and I zoomed in. So phatmojo was going to do a Lost One figure as well. So I know it's really blurry, but that's because this is, well, a blurry image from phatmojo. It's not really fully high quality, so that's why it's really blurry, but I'll put a better image up for it now. And if you can see, it's clearly a Lost One because, well, Lost Ones only really have their eyes coloured in the game, and that figure only has its eyes coloured. And it comes with an accessory of one of them machines in the game, which you put an ink blob in, and you can turn it into something, which is really cool. I would have loved this action figure, but again, I guess it was probably going to be part of this wave, but was cancelled. Now, also on this image, you can see tons of other cancelled merchandise, like, if you look in the bottom left corner, you can see some Blacklight Bendy plushies, which we did get some Blacklight Bendy plushies, but these have Beast Bendy and Tom and Brute Boris, I think, and Allison, which they never made it to the wave. So they was also unreleased prototypes, I guess. And if you look below the Bendy mask, I have that 4-pack, and below that, there's another 4-pack, so it looks like they was going to do another one, but also got cancelled. And speaking of plushies, at the Toy Fair in 2019, alongside the action figures, we got some more plushies teased that never released. And these were Beast Bendy, Sammy Lawrence, Tom, and Allison, and also a Brute Boris plush. Now, these plushies would have been really cool because they didn't do much Bendy plushies, but the ones we did get were really cool because I have a couple of them, including Sammy Lawrence, but not that one because they redid him for Dark Revival. He was black and yellow instead of black and white, though. But they would have been really cool plushies, like, again, Brute Boris and Beast Bendy, very important characters. Same with Tom and Allison, because we got them as action figures, but never as plushies, I guess. Now, in a different Toy Fair, which is where they revealed the crappy glow-in-the-dark Dark Revival merchandise, because they had no other ideas in mind. I don't have any of them, because I don't really care about them, to be honest, because I already have the normal ones. They revealed a Jumbo Ink Demon action figure. Well, not an actual figure, it was just like an image in the box, just to show what it could look like. And to the right, there was a box of Bendy plushies that I think did release, and there's just a random black and yellow Tom action figure with improved articulation from the black and white one, which is random how he was there, and we never ended up getting him either, which is pretty sad. And also, when the Bendy and the Dark Revival wave came out, they did a Dead Boris action figure, which I have, and he's really rare now. And they was originally going to do a whole wave for him, if you looked at the back of his box. They was basically doing every black and white Bendy figure they already did, but re-releasing them in black and yellow, which I thought was really cool, because, you know, they'd fit better with the Dark Revival figures, but only a few of them ever got released, which was Bendy, Ink Bendy, and Sammy Lawrence, and that was it. So that is all of the unreleased / prototype Bendy and Ink Machine merchandise. Well, that I know of right now. There could be more out there that could eventually surface up on the internet eventually. If so, I'd probably do a part 2 of this video. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Bye.